Morning. James, from my own experience of my ex-wife, who I'm very close to, and my daughter, who I see all the time, both of them are completely driven by the social media misinformation and conspiracy theories that they get. And so much so that my daughter, for instance, just as a ridiculous example,
yes.
when I had both the vaccines and she came for dinner, she's 32, she said to me, Daddy, keep away. So I said, what are you talking about? Why? She said, because you're shredding so this is...
James, I'm so sorry. That must have been awful for you.
Well, it's just, it is very
shredding.
Upsetting.
This means you're sending off vibes, are you, from your vaccine?
Exactly, that they can pick up and they can get.
Oh, my God.
And
I feel sorry for her as well. I hope that's appropriate.
Do.
Good. Yeah, of course you do. You're her dad.
And the sad thing is that they misappropriate the information they get, which is all through social media. And what they don't understand is the algorithms that all the social media companies use. It's like if you're interested in potato picking, eventually you'll be sent everything that's to do with potato picking. So you'll think everybody is interested in potato picking. So by the same analogy, they think this is a common held belief because this is what they keep getting sent.
It's not just social. I mean, I don't think that finding someone who's been completely persuaded by social media means that news media doesn't play a role in other people's journeys. But and I know you're not suggesting that. You're just describing So when you say social media, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, right. Twitter, those sort of things. Because in America, there was a thing in the Telegraph recently, not that I read it, but I noticed it, that the CIA have reported that there are 15 people in America who are responsible for something like 79% of the conspiracy theories. And I've said this a few times to different people, that I think that the governments of the West need to start. You could get Chris Whitty and Patrick Vallance in a room, and with all the top virologists with my daughter, it wouldn't make any difference.
Is that right?
They need to be disproved. The conspiracy theories need to be taken apart and shown why that they are conspiracies and the lies.
But would it work? I mean, it wouldn't work, though. You've just said that yourself.
Well, it wouldn't. I think they need to show the source that it's coming from.
And then pick it down. I wonder, again, I find myself, whenever we start these conversations, halfway through them, I find myself wondering what works, who's managed to actually bring someone back from the brink. We've had 3 right-wing radio hosts in America actually die of it in the last month, having been either anti-mask or anti-vax or both, or claiming it's a hoax. One of these sort of prominent Fox News types was claiming it was a hoax and also claiming that racism didn't exist until she was turned down for a test by a private company and then claimed it was a result of racism rather than a result of her damaging public pronouncements on the entire issue. So it is all mad. What unravels it, I do not know. Don't mention any names at this point. I'm still thinking about that. But you mentioned social media, and you say that that's where they're getting it all from. But some of the people that they are stumbling across on social media will be names that everybody listening would recognise, no?
Yes, absolutely.
And that's what brings mainstream media into it, because you don't discover these people exclusively on social, do you? Or do you? Have you heard them on the radio? Have you seen them on the telly? Have you read their newspaper columns?
No. Right. No, I think it's that. But I won't mention what, and I don't normally listen to this radio. So I was in the car and I was just bored.
Oh, all right. Flipping
There was a radio station I happened to put on.
Oh, you mean
yesterday.
The radio station that you don't normally listen to, you were listening to yesterday?
I happened to change it when I was in the car.
Oh, God.
And what was astonishing is this caller was saying to the presenter yesterday that 40% of the people who are dying from the virus in hospital have been double vaccinated. Now, that's a complete and utter lie, with no evidence.
What did the presenter do? What did the presenter do?
He did not. He said nothing. He didn't. He talked as if it was normal. And I rang up the radio station to get on to try and say, well, you know, what? How did you allow this to happen?
Weirdo.
And do you? And obviously they didn't put me on.
Right.
But the thing is, you have to question. This is a mainstream radio station that is broadcast all over the UK.
And that's why Prince Harry's right. And I bet they're at the front of the queue to claim that Prince Harry's wrong to blame news media for doing exactly what he's done, which you've just proved is true.